The story from the Mideast involves tensions with Iran possibly taking a serious turn for the worst. Again, we just got this video in the last hour from Israeli TV. It is of a deadly bombing of a bus carrying Israeli tourists in Bulgaria. At least 4 people were killed, and Israel's prime minister now says, quote, all signs point to Iran in this attack. And he is warning that his country will have a strong response. Israel will react strongly to Iran's terror. That is a quote. In the words of our guest, this could be setting the table for a major showdown now between Iran and Israel. Ambassador John Bolton is here with us now. He's the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations and a Fox News contributor. Ambassador Bolton, this is Israel claiming an Iranian terror attack on Bulgarian soil because Israelis are dead. What evidence is there that Iran was pulling the strings here?
Well, I think you have to believe that Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu was choosing his words very carefully, and that he spoke only after his government had gotten what they believed to be conclusive evidence that Iran was responsible for this attack. There have been other attacks on Israelis around the world, Thailand, India, in recent months, that have also been blamed on Iran, but they haven't had this devastating effect on innocent civilians. And I think when Netanyahu says it's Iran and not Hezbollah, and that we will respond strongly, there's every indication that could well mean an Israeli attack on Iran directly.
Is this related at all to the nuclear facilities? I mean, is this going to be parlayed somehow into a strike, into justification for a strike on Iran's nuclear facilities?
Well, I think Israel should have done something on the nuclear facilities long ago. It doesn't sound to me at this moment like that's what Netanyahu has in mind. But if he had said Hezbollah, that might imply retaliation by Israel against Hezbollah in Lebanon. He did not. That's why his words, I think, have considerable meaning, because if there's an Israeli strike against Iran, even against simply Revolutionary Guards facilities, but not the nuclear program, then you could have a direct response by Iran against Israel, and we could really be into it.
Put that in historical perspective for us.
Well, Israel has a very clear policy going back decades that it does not allow terrorist attacks to go unanswered. And in fact, with this response by Netanyahu, he's very clearly saying they're not just going to respond proportionally to what the terrorist attack in Bulgaria was, but it could well beyond that, going after several facilities of the Revolutionary Guards. And that's why I think this is so significant. You really have to underline this twice. This is a very major development, escalation in the region. It will obviously impact the United States with all the forces we have been building up in the Persian Gulf. I would think they would be put on alert very, very quickly.
Wow. There are 2 things. You mentioned that Iran